Hello guys and welcome to episode 62 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign with the Iceni tribe. Today we are going to be moving on very quickly at the start of the game because last time I moved all my troops and I had my battles in the north where I took over one of the provinces up here, which was Panticapaeum. So that's all done this turn. We will have more armies to move next turn to deal with, for example, these nomadic rebels. But it looks like we're also going to be continuing round to Tannius, but we'll see how that ends up. So let's go ahead and click the end turn button.
We see little profit in further bloodshed. You have fought with honor, but it is time to staunch deep wounds.
Nasamones once again asking me for peace, and no, that's not going to happen. I'm very sorry.
Hermes would surely bless you if trade between our peoples was allowed. Do not annoy the gods.
Well, a trade agreement between us and Rhodes. Well, that should be pretty profitable, giving us 767 coin per turn. So I'm going to accept that.
Apollo smile on you for this acceptance. You are an ornament to your city, land, people.
And our hidden agent has been exposed. Sealed agent has been found by foreign forces. An enemy wounded by Penios, as he was caught acting against my interest. So somebody tried to persuade Penios to join their cause, which was probably a guy from the Nasamones, and my scout killed him, or wounded him at least. A victory for us in that front. So I'm going to grab Penios and I'm actually going to kill one of the generals here. So let's go for assassination. We will go with concealed blade and hopefully this general will die or at least get wounded. Bravo. So now if we attack Ammonium this turn, there'll basically be one less general to take care of, which is definitely an advantage. So we have the Woad Warriors and the Consorts of Morrigan encroaching on the Nasamones. I'm going to move up the Woad Warriors all the way so that they can reinforce my other army. And then we're going to use the Consorts of Morrigan this turn to attack Ammonium. So quite a lot of men to kill, but I'm sure they'll just get slaughtered under the swords of the Chosen Sword Band. So let's go ahead and jump straight in, fight it on the battle map. So there's a pretty small town to overrun. I'm going to wait till it's dry. But I'm sure there's plenty of men going to be defending this square. We'll lead up with my Chosen Sword Band and my general. Behind them we can have the Sword Band, and behind them the spears. My missile units can be turned off fire at will and skirmish, and I will use them separately throughout the battle. Okay, so let's set them to a group. These guys to a group. These guys to a group. These guys to a group. And that should be fine. Okay, I'll keep my scorpions on the flanks. And we can charge towards the city. So let's just charge right up. We have our reinforcements coming in at the side. But I'm not too sure that matters. We probably won't have any use for them. Our army is on the move. So we've got the reinforcements coming from like different corners of the map. I'm not sure they're going to get to the center in time before I've engaged. Even if they don't, it's likely that I'll just kill them when they get here.
Our general is under attack.
Probably not going to capture it. I'm just going to slaughter all their army so they don't come back to attack me again. So here we go, charging up. bring up my sword band behind. Probably going to shift my skirmishers over to the right. If they can. Let's move over to my other army in the meantime. I'll let them get into formations first and then we can deal with them. Let's continue pushing forwards with all these men, because these large shield warriors are just getting in my way right now. Kind of need to like break through as quickly as possible. Because I don't want to be caught on this edge here. Although I will still win the melee, it's not ideal. I'm using my skirmishers to attack their Numidian cavalry, and they will also throw javelins towards this big clump of men as well then. So the skirmishers doing well for me. I will move them up onto the hill, and we can continue pressing forwards with my men. I'm going to peel off a couple of the units to attack the ranged units. Try and kill their tribesmen. With my general up in front, these men are going to be so efficient at fighting, it's not even fair. Now, I have actually lost quite a lot of my general unit and my chosen sword band, but fortunately they've lost a lot more. So I'm not too concerned. We will continue pressing the advance. Try and kill as many men as we can before reinforcements arrive. So chariots, oh, chariot raiders. Interesting, I have never seen these before. They look like they might hurt. Let's target them. So we're going to kill these archers. Yep, they're dead. I'm going to move forwards my men now to kill these levy spearmen and the javelin men, while my skirmishers also get in range. So go on, men. Lob your javelins.
The men are wavering.
Right, let's reinforce them. I've lost one of my units of sword band. Actually, just got destroyed by missile fire from some javelin men. That's less than ideal. We want to stop these Egyptian archers from just attacking freely into the back of my chosen sword band, so I'm going to charge them. And then I'm also going to get these men, after they've killed the javelin men, to attack the advancing tribesmen and javelin men. We can also use these javelins, my own javelins, in form of the British skirmishers, to take out a couple of these units. Alright, we're going to pull back now.
Spearman! And charge!
So these sword guys are going to go back to the center square. And meanwhile, my spear band can charge towards these reinforcements. So it looks like these archers have actually been peppering my levy freemen without me noticing. That's less than ideal. But let's get my Britain scout riders that have reinforced to run forwards and kill a lot of these fleeing units.
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
So we have actually captured the center sector, kind of by accident, but never mind. We'll just continue to kill the rest of the men as we can. We can always continue the battle if we need to. But at the moment my general is being peppered once again by some Numidian units, and therefore I'm going to charge them. On this side, we've got my spear band engaging their levy spearmen. At the back, we've got levy freemen charging after their archers and so on. But I'm going to get one of the units to charge into the back of that melee to give me the advantage. Now, meanwhile, let's get my skirmishers forwards on this side. Charge down some of these units that are fleeing. That's my own unit. Almost went to click my own unit to get charged down. That would have been not very good. Anyway, into the back of the melee, my Levy Freemen go on this side. It's going to break the morale of these large shield warriors and Levy Spearmen, while my Levy Freemen also continue to chase down these archer units. So over here, we've got one of my sword band units being engaged from the front by a lot of men, but I've got a flanking maneuver coming in from the side. Hopefully, the help of my heroic nobles and chosen sword band, I'll be able to win this melee pretty easily.
Spearman!
So, some large shield warriors completely surrounded now. Press on them. Meanwhile, over here, the large shield warriors fighting to the last man. Save their city, but doesn't look like that's going to be enough. We're going to continue. I want to kind of eradicate the Numidians as best I can, or the Nasamones, should I say, because they have been a thorn in my side for a very long time, actually. Making peace with them and then attacking them again and then making peace and so on. Just drying them of money, but not really getting much out of it. So, this time we're going to finish them off for good. Slaughter their men. So it looks like my general's actually getting a lot of kills as these men run away, but hopefully cavalry will be able to catch up soon enough and do the rest of the job. Killed the majority of them already.
Scouts! Mounted warriors! Scout riders!
But still, plenty more men
The
to
enemy
kill.
fort will soon be ours.
And it looks like we caught up with them. And that will completely break their armies. There's an entire unit of tribal slingers here that's ran away. Let's mow them down. And my other army didn't get involved, so they're going to be spared from any casualties. Obviously, the cavalry have got involved, but it's not such a big deal because they're only being used to clean up the enemy forces and won't take many casualties themselves. I think we've only lost one man from the other army. That horse just kicked that guy in the face. That was brilliant. So back we go, running across. Everyone's going to pick their targets again and going to stab them all to death. So they've already lost like half the unit there. And we're nearly done with the rest of the units. So I think I'm going to go ahead and quit the battle here. Decisive victory for us. 804 losses and 2,883 for the enemy. I really enjoyed that battle. I thought it's actually quite nice to have some sort of threat against you for once. I did actually lose my my Scorpion unit when I wasn't looking, and I also lost one of my sword band units that got annihilated when it got surrounded on its own and had loads of javelins thrown at it. But never mind, we killed the majority of all of their armies. That's going to leave no threat really when I take over Ammonium, but I'm going to sack it first.
You have further orders?
And then I'll attack it again.
Ready for battle!
So an increase in rank for Impetus and an increase in rank for Abalos. Bravo. So let's upgrade them first. We're going to make this man have Dread to give +1 zeal and -10% morale for all enemy units. And for this guy, we are going to give him Great Leader. +2 authority, +1 experience ranks for all recruits, and +4% morale for all units. Now we're going to grab the Consul Smorgon, attack Ammonium again. We're going to auto-resolve this particular battle with an aggressive stance. That's going to kill all of the reinforcing armies that came to help. It looks like 2 of the extra armies. And this time we're going to occupy it.
For the tribe!
Awesome. So now we've basically sacked and occupied we're going to repair all the buildings and then convert them. I might actually get rid of this infantry quarters and we'll change that into something else. But this sacred enclosure in the meantime can be changed to a grove of Resmerta. And there we go. So, it's a pity that roads have taken Parate on Neon, especially just after I've made a trade agreement with them. But that's not too much of an issue, we can just go round them for now. And if they become our ally, then even better. I will never have to deal with them. So, it's up to the Woad Warriors now. I might actually force march them up to near the Desert Snakes. This will force the Desert Snakes to go through the desert at some point, and then they will suffer attrition. Now that my armies have taken Ammonium as well, it gives me an easy route to take Memphis, and then the army that takes Memphis can also go down to Diospolis and Myos Homos, while the Mists of Doom stay in Alexandria. Now I'm going to go through my event messages quickly. So population surplus in Magna Germania. Let's upgrade this to be another commons. Then we got a construction report. Quickly scroll through that to see if there's any buildings that are worth upgrading. I think I've already chose to upgrade that to a Grove of Resmerta. I was talking about the Sacred Enclosure. And the rest I can pretty much leave as they are. Although these Lawmaster's Hut can be further upgraded into Bard's Groves. Then we get the character trait report, accomplished for 2 of those. Unhappy populace in Ponto Caspia. Just quickly check out some of these in case we are doing something wrong. But no, that's just where it's going up from the rebellion. Then we got Silesia, a troubled populace here. But that's going up plus 12 per turn. Troubled populace in Bosporos. We need to convert these buildings to ones of our own kind. So I'm going to change this one to a field because our food is actually dropping pretty dramatically. Then this can change to a sacred enclosure or a commons. Commons is probably better. While this one changes to a shrine of Resmerta. Then we're going to upgrade the Barbarian City as well to help with the culture conversion in the area. Motivated populace in Illyria. This can be helped by further upgrading to a Great Hall here. Sabotage attempt by Oarol Zlblakalos. Okay. Well, he tried to incite unrest in Panticapaeum. Gotta love these names. So, shipwrights report shows us that the Iron Winds have made some levy freemen, although the unit cards are completely different. And that is a very large army now of assault raiders with levy freemen. I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to get some variants of units going on, but not today apparently. So with them still replenishing, I'm going to move them to dock in Cyrene so they're further towards the enemy, and then they can dock there to get that extra replenishment this turn. Celtica's got an encouraged populace, and then we got enemy wounded. Sophon Nisber tried to incite unrest and got wounded trying to escape, and Amanish Keto tried to wreck the baggage train and also got wounded in the process. Settlement sacked. World of Wonder. We've got the Oracle of Amun-Re. Where is that? By Ammonium. So what does that provide us with? +2 public order per turn, faction wide. That is really good actually. And minus 20% resistance to foreign occupation. That is also brilliant. Because that means as I continue to expand, the enemy, like the foreign lands that I take over, will be less resistant. And it will allow me to sack basically every settlement I take over. And that will help me desperately with the objectives. So if we go to my objectives, you can see that I currently hold 82 settlements. I need 110 to win. But amongst all of those extra captured settlements, I need to sack 28 of them. Now what I could do is just obviously occupy all the ones I need. So I have 110 and then just sack every settlement I come across after that. Which is certainly a possibility, but not something I'm planning on doing. I just want to end the campaign as quickly and efficiently as possible. So let's move my agents about. We've got Adiatorix going to continue through the lands of Pontus back into the Bithynian lands, which will reveal some of their settlements. I'm just trying to measure the extent to which Bithynia has grown. And then we've got Ambigatos, who can travel across the north coast of Egypt. We've got Anauni, who's going to stay here converting culture. Same with Adiatorix and with Cladios probably. Although I'm probably going to move Cladios further down towards Tur. Then Brogia can remain on the edge of the province of Phazania. Now we can go back to moving armies. Now last turn I saw the Royal Scythians move their ship going towards Olbia. Now, I don't want them to take Olbia, obviously. But then again, I don't want to leave Sonica undefended against the Nomadic rebels if they choose to attack this turn. So what I might have to do is send like the spear runners back to attack the rebel army, while the Abraucus' vanquishers head back in forced march stance towards Olbia. So I'm probably going to do that. We'll go back to Olbia, just in case that gets attacked. And then what we're going to do is use the spear runners to attack the rebel army. Now this is completely in my favour due to their young axes being nothing compared to my druidic nobles, but let's jump straight in and fight this on the battle map. So we're going to keep it nice and dry. Start deployment. See all my druidic nobles. 80 men units of very elite soldiers. I'm going to spread them out at the front. We will charge towards the enemy, with them reinforced by sword band and spear band. We'll keep the spear band on the flanks to deal with the cavalry. My general amongst the army, slingers also there, and my scout riders on one flank. There we go, that's my army. We're going to actually lock the group formation and move towards them. So I'm not sure exactly where they are. I'm presuming they're hidden ahead of me. So let's just slowly move forwards. So we do have reinforcements from Olbia that we can make use of if we have to, but I'm likely not to use them throughout the battle. But I'll start moving them towards my positions anyway, just in case. So we now revealed the enemy men above, like just on the horizon. Looks like they weren't hiding, they were just out of my line of sight. So I'm going to begin to move my cavalry round on the left. My main army will just engage them from the front, most likely. If I want to have an extended skirmish with them, I can always move my slingers forwards and outrange them. So it can keep the army moving forwards. And I'm going to grab my Breton slingers, move them to the front. We do have my secondary army approaching. Can run forwards those slingers from there and maybe use them to skirmish instead, because these guys replenish automatically because they're garrison forces. With my men reaching their positions again, Slingers will come out in front and hopefully be in range to engage. If not, they can move slightly forwards and do so. So I'm forcing them to attack me.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Looks like they're just going to charge through my slinger barrage. And I'm going to move forwards my druidic nobles to take care of the enemy. Now, my skirmishers, if they get too close, will just retreat through my men. And now we're open to attack the enemy on the side. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Any gaps left in our defense can get filled by the reinforcing units. Going to split off one unit of Britain Scout Riders to hit their archers, while two follow their noble horse archers, and we're going to frenzy charge into the back of them. That's going to kill off a lot of those men. So my druidic nobles doing a brilliant job there. Last pocket of men to flee. Still alive. There are many of these horses have managed to stay away from my own soldiers, but as they're beginning to rout, it's likely that more of them will die. And that's exactly what's happened. We're going to end the battle here, decisive victory. And we killed basically everything except from the general. The general will most likely retreat, and I will probably have to follow. Looks like I actually did enough damage to kill them entirely. So Adiatorix has increased in rank. And with that, we can upgrade him. Make him a better warrior, or maybe add Fearless Warrior, because this gives him +2 zeal, +4% weapon damage inflicted by all melee units, and +4% weapon damage inflicted by all missile units. So definitely a great upgrade. Then we're going to put him into forced march stance and force him back to our settlement to sort out the public order. So that is job done there. Now we're going to continue moving the noble stags towards Tanais. Keep them on our side of the border. But next turn, looks like Tanais will become under attack. However, that has unfortunately been my time. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed the battle with the Nasamones. It was quite an epic last battle for them. I actually had to use some sort of initiative in order to win that battle. But hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.